I'm going to read the title poem of my first collection, The Magpie and the Child. This poem was written in 2005 when our daughter Emily was about 3, after a week in which a magpie had woken us up each dawn, rapping hard at the window. And I used the image to situate my everyday anxiety as a parent for the well-being of my child. And I was in a kind of an extended fight with myself between the pull towards just faith that all would be well for my child going forwards, her whole life unfolding before her, and my fear that some unknown force might somehow harm her. And I reached for the biblical story of the Passover to try to express this, bringing together the angel who brought the plague and the magpie. Our daughter Emily died 7 or 8 years later. And the poem, of course, read more ominously afterwards. But its main purpose was and remains a place to name and maybe contain the fears that every parent has in all their illogical, natural force. When getting my collection ready for publication, the artist Louise Norton created an image which was used for its cover, and it included the figure of the magpie. And since then, I've begun to re-own my own magpie in a way as a figure that's a little bit more curious and even tender in its rapt attention to the hatched out, sleeping child here in the nest. That creature who, in my poem, mistook his own image as his enemy. Or maybe he was just trying to get through to himself. The Magpie and the Child. You dance on her first window box that's stuffed with the green growth of seeds assorted she tipped in a careless shower. I've come from sleep on this bright summer Sunday in June to the vicious rap of your beak on our window pane. Fogged in dreams still, I stare at the iron hook of the reaper who's burst from his far future season of proper care to trample all over our rough-tended flowers of belief that no harm will come to the child who sleeps overhead, who is turning her head to the light of her own risen years. You peck with such fury, such dark intent at the shape of the other that only you can see in the glass. Yourself, poor bird? Or is it me, raised up to slaughter the lamb of imagination, whose blood I hear daub on the trembling lintel of faith that she will be spared?